How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. I'm your host Korriban Gaming, and today we'll be talking about the latest patch notes to hit Rise of Kingdoms. So this new update is coming out really soon, and it is actually posted on April 1st, which is today, and that is April Fool's. So I wonder if this patch note is actually just a joke. So we'll go through it, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. So I'm going to give you some background information on myself first as a player, so you guys know where I'm coming from with my thoughts. So I would consider myself quite an old veteran player for Rise of Kingdoms. I've been playing the game for, this is like my 542nd day now. Yep, trying to recall when I collected my VIP chest this morning. Okay, so this is my 542nd day inside of the game. Okay, I did not play the game since day one, but it was pretty near the game's first release. Okay, I'm not a free-to-play player, but I am not a mega whale either. I have spent money on the game, but it is quite a small amount compared to some other people. I would consider myself a mid-spender. Yeah, mid-spender. Not a high spender, not a super low spender either. I would say I am a mid-spender, and I spend whenever there are events like the wheel, when I really want the commanders, or when there are recharge events like the one that's going on now, or when there are good promotions like the 7-Eleven promotion that just happened. So yeah, I spend opportunistically. Okay, so I don't spend willy-nilly when there's nothing going on, or when there's nothing that I really need the gems or the speed ups for, right? So that is my background as a player. Now moving on, the real update itself. Sorry it took so long for the intro. Jeez, man. Okay, new event, Ian's Ballads. For some reason, when I read this, my first impression was Ian's balls, but whatever. Will gradually open up to all kingdoms within 1 week after the update. So first thoughts, first look, it obviously looks like the new Ceroli crisis. Okay, Ballads of Ian the Bard have spread to all corners of the world. These are tales of epic battles that were long lost in history. Ian's Ballads is a multiplayer battle event. So from this sentence alone, it's already telling me it's going to be something very similar to Ceroli. Okay, team up with fellow mates and experience epic battles that were long forgotten in history. Defeat various powerful chieftains and earn piles of precious rewards. So I'm thinking these are the last two bosses that were hidden in shadow for the Ceroli event. Yeah, I think these are the two so-called secret bosses that they have not released for Ceroli, and they are just renaming it for some weird reason. Okay, so next up, new event, Peerless Scholar will gradually open up to all kingdoms within 2 weeks after the update. The Lyceum of Wisdom is a haven with the most advanced knowledge of its time. Travelers from across the land gather here to exchange privileged information. The most prestigious and influential figures often come to share their wisdom in hopes of advancing civilization and advancing mankind as a whole. Peerless Scholar, a massive trivia quiz system coming soon. Sheath your weapons and take a well-deserved rest from battle. Use your smarts and wisdom to earn great honor and mountains of rewards. Governors can build a new structure inside their city. Lyceum of Wisdom. Finally, another new decoration. I am a decoration collector. Okay, so if you guys have seen how my city looks like, you will know that I have almost every single decoration inside the game, except for some limited ones which I did not manage to get, but most of them I do have it. Every month at the Lyceum of Wisdom, a trivia quiz contest will be open to all governors and lasts for 1 month. Wow, 1 whole month, guys. Governors who pass will be able to receive a ton of rewards, and governors that make it to the very end will receive their hard-earned share from a massive pool of gems. Wow, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if this is a trivia quiz that tests your game knowledge, I think it's really great, you know. There are definitely lots of hardcore people in the game. They come up with all sorts of brilliant strategies for out of Osiris. I know there are some people who can basically recite out the troop values, what every civilization's specialization is. There are people like that inside the game who are so hardcore. For me, I am not such a hardcore player, but yeah, I think it's amazing. I really love this. Probably something to test your game knowledge. I think that would be really nice. Another thing, another way I think of how they could actually implement this is because after all it is Rise of Kingdoms, and there's lots of history and stories built behind each and every single commander. Not that anybody actually bothers to look, but I think maybe a history lesson or history quiz on all of the old commanders, I think that would be interesting. as well, though that will definitely make it a lot harder because you know you're going to have to be studying history while playing a game. Jeez, I know, right? Okay, so and this thing lasts for 1 entire month. That is hella long, almost as long as a KVK itself. So wow. And then if you reach all the way to the end, a massive pool of gems. I'm thinking like maybe everybody spends like 100 gems to enter the event, and then at the end of the event, all of the 100 gems is collated into one large prize pool, like maybe let's say 1,000,000 gems or something like that. And then like people who made it to the end, like for example 10 out of 1,000 people made it to the end, those 10 people get to split that 1,000,000 gems or something like that, you know, something along those lines. That's what I think it will be like. Okay, again, this is just my guess, and if it really works out to be like that, I think that will be really amazing. Okay, other optimizations. The area of cities has been expanded. Governors can now show off even more decorative structures. Yes, I really want this. My city is super overcrowded with all the structures. So yeah, really nice change. Added a new healing kingdom buff. The king can choose to activate it via kingdom buffs. Very nice. I can see this being very useful for war. During wartime, you don't have much use for the kingdom buffs except for like the training speed buff during event when people need to replenish their troops. But other than that, when you're fighting in war, you don't none of the buffs actually really help. So this new healing kingdom buff, I can see it being very useful for stuff like KVK when people want to heal up quickly. Okay. Added a quick forge feature to the blacksmith. Governors should be able to forge equipment faster. Not sure what this means exactly. Forge equipment faster, okay? This is equipment, not materials. So, oh, my Discord is ringing. Ignore that, please. Okay, quick forge. I think it's just a small quality of life change. It doesn't actually improve anything. So yeah, I suppose it's good to have. You can now specify which single governor to block from your mail via the mailbox. I think this is quite nice. You can block people from chat already. I think it would be quite nice to block them from mail as well. There are lots of stupid people inside of this game, so I can see why people want to block them. Next, change the way the Shadow Legion calculates results. Now as soon as an alliance event ends, the results are calculated immediately and rewards are sent out. However, during each event, each governor can only receive rewards one time. I think this is amazing because there is no reason for an alliance who finishes the event to wait for like 3 days. Let's say if they finish the event the moment it comes out, there's no reason for them to wait like 3 whole days just to get the rewards. And personally, like me, someone like me who doesn't have a lot of patience, I think it's amazing, you know. You can get the rewards immediately. This is absolutely amazing. I love it. Okay, a brand new panel for binding accounts. Okay, this is a nice quality of life change also. Doesn't really impact the game that much. Now when governors immigrate, the game will determine in advance if they satisfy all the requirements to immigrate to target kingdom. Okay. So I guess this is to help facilitate the migration, because I know migrating for some people can be very confusing, especially for first timers. There's like a whole long list of requirements you need to meet, and then like people won't know which ones they have met, which one they haven't. So this is actually quite nice. Special immigration applications will expire if they are not processed within 3 days. Special immigration, for those who don't know what it is that Imperial kingdoms, they can now accept people like above 50 million power up to a maximum of one per month, and like I think 3. You can save those chances up until up to a maximum of 3 times or something like that. And now they will expire, so you can't have someone saying like, oh, okay, I'm going to apply to this Imperial Kingdom, and then like 1 month later leave the application hanging there for the kingdom to accept, you know, something like that. So I think this is quite nice also. Next, commanders that have not reached their usage requirement will not be available for use in the Sunset Canyon and in the Lost Canyon. Okay, quite nice. I think it's just for balance. Okay, this is obviously to stop those new migrants, those old migrants from coming into new kingdoms and then like just trashing everyone with their maxed shiny new commanders that nobody has. So personally, I think for pay to win players, they probably won't like this change, but for me, yeah, I'm quite a big fan of it. I think it's pretty nice. During matchmaking for the Ark of Osiris, newer kingdoms will not be matched against a kingdom with relatively older history. Okay. I am not sure how this improves matchmaking. because from what I know, matchmaking power is still quite skewed now, and people are making lots of noises, especially after the last update. It's gotten worse than it ever was before. Okay, my kingdom personally, I don't think I've encountered this problem yet, but I know many people have been complaining on Facebook regarding this problem, so I'm not sure how this actually helps. Maybe they assume that older kingdoms are naturally more powerful. I think that's wrong, because a lot of the players from older kingdoms are actually migrating into the newer kingdoms to like maybe have a second chance at KVK rewards or something like that. And I am one very good example who does that. I originally came from Kingdom 55, and afterwards I went to Kingdom 50, then I went to Kingdom 225, and now I'm in Kingdom 430. So yeah, anyways, I digress. I think they should like fix the matchmaking, like make two alliances with equal power go up against each other rather than this. But of course, I can see how this helps with balancing also. Like people in older kingdoms obviously have access to more commanders as compared to those in newer kingdoms. So this is a step in the right direction, but I feel that more needs to be done. Okay, adjusted mechanics on passes. Governors can no longer teleport a city to within a certain area of a pass. This very big change. I feel that this completely prevents sealing of any type inside of KVK. Sealing is a strategy that was first introduced, I believe, in KVK Season 2. The very first KVK Season 2. Okay, Season 1, not yet, but Season 2, that's when people really start to learn the game mechanics. Like, oh, I can actually place the cities here and then not let the flags touch the pass, so that people won't go and, people can't build out, by blocking it with cities. And the fact that they did this, I will just say this: it is still possible to block no matter how far you make it such that people can't teleport their city to within a certain area of a pass. The thing is that people just have to spend more cities. Okay, it doesn't matter how well you block, how far you push the cities away from your pass. People can still seal if they want to, I believe. Okay, it's just whether how many more extra cities they are willing to spend to block off the enemy kingdom completely. If an enemy kingdom is super strong, it'll be worth dumping like 30, maybe even 50 cities just to seal them from coming out. But let's say a kingdom which is super weak and you don't mind, then yeah, I don't think it's worth like the extra cities to block them off, that sort of thing. I don't know how exactly this will work out yet, but that is my guess. You can still seal kingdoms if you throw enough cities in, but that is a big trade-off. Do you even have that many farm cities in your kingdom to begin with? Do all of those farm cities have enough shields to last for the duration of the blocking? That is my question. Okay, so next up, to further ensure balance, now advanced and powerful commanders may only be used in kingdoms that have been open for a long period of time. Okay, so this yeah, just a nice balance change, I guess. Doesn't really affect me that much in my opinion. Okay, so advanced and powerful commanders, I will assume that they are implementing the lock, and they already have the lock. I don't know why what they are talking about for this. They already have a lock whereby newer commanders, the older commanders can't be used in newer kingdoms, as in the newer commanders can't be used in newer kingdoms. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So I don't know why what this is supposed to mean. Maybe they're increasing the duration of the lock or something like that, and that's it. Nothing really big. Okay, you get 2 new events. This I think will be similar to Ceroli. This new event, I'm really looking forward to this, especially with this massive pool of gems. I hope by massive they don't mean something tiny like 5,000, That's a pathetic amount of gems, Lilith. Please. Massive, I'm expecting something a few 100,000, something like a few 100,000, a million, Yeah. Okay, all of these other optimizations, this is really good. All of these just quality of life changes, doesn't affect it much. And of course, you have your matchmaking and other quality of life change. The pass change will be big. I definitely want to see how they play that out. And yeah, those are my thoughts on this new update that's about to come out. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host, Korban Gaming. Peace out.